No, 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 no. I'm in the middle of nowhere and I lost cell phone reception. I don't have my navigator. Now what do I do? Maps, an essential prep. That has happened to me before in the middle of nowhere in Arkansas. And it was like, what? So I learned, always have a map when you're traveling and don't just depend on your cell phone. So today I'd like to go through a little bit about the importance of maps, what maps I carry in my glove compartment in my car and in my get home bag, and even have some at work, and explain to you where you can get free maps and other resources that will be great for your map prepping. So today I want to talk to you about maps. And I just want to explain, you might hear the creek in the background. We had warm weather at the beginning of this week, and we had a lot of snow. It melted. Then our creek became a river, and then it flooded west of us, and it's now getting back to normal, but it definitely is noisier than usual. But honestly, it's kind of a dark, dreary day, but it really is kind of a nice day to be outside. I know snow is still coming again, but I can't help think that maybe spring is here. Okay, I'm digressing. The importance of maps. You know, the younger generation really hasn't been raised on using maps. Everything is using their phone. And I do that too. It works remarkably well. But I have had opportunities where I got to an area where I didn't have service, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, where do I go next? Boy, I wish I would have printed out the directions or had a map. So it's always good to carry maps with you. And you can have them in your car, in your bug out bag, in your get home bag, all the places you might need them. But I wanted to talk to you today about what type of maps you should consider carrying. Where can you get them? Can you get them for free? And a couple other things about maps, some great videos from some other YouTubers. So let's get started. What maps do I have here? Well, this is in one of those, sheets for the bed came in it, but it's a nice little plastic bag with a zipper on it. So I thought, hey, I'm going to reuse this. It worked out well for fitting the maps. So first off is a map of the city and metro area near where I live. Next is a county map of the county I live in. Really good idea to have a county map. This one I got free. I just went online, emailed them that I would like a map, and they sent it to me free. And this is a Michigan state map. This is a little bit bigger. This is Michigan and Wisconsin, because one of our escape routes might be to go up into the UP, and the only way out of the UP, unless you go downwards, is either into Canada or over into Wisconsin. So I mentioned Canada. I have a Canada map. Really important because, you know what, to be honest, those of us live in more the northern area of Michigan, we probably have more in common with a lot of people in Canada than we do in South United States. So that is on our border, and I have a map. Now, the other maps I have are a little bit more of personal nature. I have in here, and I'll show you a little picture of this, but this is the Michigan Railroad Station map. And I'm sure you can get this for any of your states. I just printed it out online. You know, I remember watching The Walking Dead, and that's what they did in part of it. They followed the railroad tracks, right? Well, it is a nice area that generally, if you know where that railroad track is going, it might get you there quick. So, not a bad idea. So I have the entire railroad system for the state of Michigan in here. On the back of this, I have a bicycle map of the city and county that I live in, because, you know, one escape route, maybe it's not possible in the car, but it is on a bicycle, and you can pull a trailer behind you. So I've included that. And I got that again, just free on Google's map. Now, on Google, let me look at it right here, most of us use it for driving distances, but you can click on one of these icons and it can be for walking or bicycling. Now, I have several maps here for walking home from some of the places that I often go. And that would be to my daughter's house, and she's about an hour and 15 minutes away. And the other one are two casinos I sometimes frequent. Otherwise, basically, I'm in this area, and I've lived in this area all my life, so I really know what streets I can take to get home, even if I have to take an alternate route. But it's really a great idea to map out where do you go and how could you get back home if you need to. So there are more than one source where you can get bicycle or footpath trail maps for your state. You know, just type in your state name and bicycle maps or bicycle trails, and they should come up. Here's a couple from my state that I found. So on Michigan.gov, I found a site where I could actually print the maps or order them if I wanted to. And it's the MDOT site, and all these links I'm going to give below. But here is a map for the Superior region. Great resource. You can print it out for free. You could download it to your phone if you wanted to, or you can order a copy online. And I'm sure just about every state has this resource. Now, about the railroad maps, again, just go to your search engine, type your state's name and railroad map, and I'm sure something will pop up. Now, on most prepping channels, you'll see the importance of downloading topographic maps of your location or your route to your bug out location. And that is a good idea if you know how to read them. And I wanted to show you some free resources where you can download them or print them. So this is National Geographic. You pick any area for your state, you click on this little red dot, and then you get a series of 5 different maps, print out or you can download. So it's a great resource for topographic maps. Now, when we're talking about maps, you should think about waterproofing. Some of my maps came with a waterproofing cover, and those were ones that I bought. But Reality Survival had an excellent video on how to waterproof your own map. And so I'm going to give you a link below, but I encourage you to watch that video. Now, a channel that I really love and does not have nearly enough subscribers is Prepper Vet UK. He does very detailed prepper videos, and I really learn a lot when I watch him. But one he did was entitled UK Threat Routes Resources Mapping Preparation. And this is a great video. He explains how you really need to mark the key terrain, rescuer supply points, escape routes, danger areas, and potential obstacles, key facilities, meeting points, where your caches are. But he uses a neat system where he doesn't actually write on the map. He uses a clear overlay to write on it. And it's very handwritten, but it does the job. And he stresses that it's important for everybody in your family to know how to read these overlays and know where these various resources are. Again, excellent video. Please check it out. And I'll leave a little information. No, I suppose I'm leaving it up here. I'm not sure. What? But again, all the links are below for this video. Now, this was not a YouTube video, but this was on the Gray Wolf Survival page. He had an excellent little essay on how to plan your route to your bug out location. And I think it's really worth a read, and it does involve maps. Because again, what he's saying is, maybe you're not home when something happens. So plot out the route from your work, from your kids' school, from visiting your parents, from the movie theater, wherever, because something could happen and you have to go to your location and it may not be your usual route. Now, of course, you should also have an atlas. I have one for the United States and Canada. I keep it in my car. It's pretty big, but I feel better to have it in my car just in case I'd need it. So where can you get maps? You know, it used to be they were at the corner gas station, and it's not so true anymore. Now, some bookstores still carry maps. Sometimes the Chamber of Commerce does, or a visitor center. Here are some resources for free maps. I encourage you to watch Frugal Prepper's video. It was a video he made some time ago, but he mentioned an excellent site for free maps. Here it is. You can do what I did and write my county, and they sent me a free map. And you can do that for other counties in your surrounding area. And you can purchase or download topographic maps at some of the sites I've gave you. And the same for bicycle routes and even your railroad tracks. So there's really a lot of sources online, and believe me, you do not want to be without a map. So take time and think of the maps you need. Where do you often travel to? Do you know how to get home on foot from where you're traveling to? If not, great idea to have maps and map out the route and an alternate route just in case. And if you're the type of person that leaves caches along the way, you want to map that out also. And then think of, if you had to go to another location, what are more than one route to it? You know, have additional alternative routes, which might take longer, but still get you where you want to go. Again, I love the idea of having a clear overlay over a map and marking out the routes. That way your map stays intact, but you have the information you need. And I know a lot of people think about going to state land or national forest land and bugging out. Not something I've really ever considered, but if you're going to do that, those topographic maps would really come in handy. Now, I'm going to put these maps back in my car in the glove compartment, but I also have maps in my Get Home bag. And before I forget it, something that's important is to teach your kids how to use maps. Because I am finding that kids are so dependent on their cell phones and the navigator on that, that they really are perplexed when they stare at a map. So take time, show them how to actually use a map. And then make sure if your child is going on any trip or is now having their own car, give them a set of maps to keep there, just to be safe. This is Potpourri saying, got maps? I hope you do. And please comment below, have you found any other resources for great maps, especially if they're free? Thank you, and as always, please subscribe, share the knowledge, and thumbs up if you like this video.